Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chad and Raef Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chad Raef Podcast, and we're on episode 20. Woo!
Yeah.
Big 2-0. And we have some pretty good news for this last couple weeks. We have a bunch of NFL news, some more off-season acquisitions and news and things to look forward to as well. And then we'll head into the NBA playoffs here in a couple weeks now. And then some March Madness results and sprinkled off with a little hockey.
Yep. And also, we just want to announce right now, we're doing something a little special right now. We are trying to get to 100 followers on Instagram. Honestly, I should have probably brought this up sooner to Chad, but we're trying to see if we can get to 100 followers on Instagram, and if we get to 100 followers, we'll do something stupid like a giveaway or something. So, tell your friends,
Kind of cool.
go subscribe to our Instagram.
Yep, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever it says, and do it.
Do it. Because we might have a giveaway. We might be giving away a signed basketball, maybe.
I like
Not
it.
from either of us. No, not us signing it, but maybe from, I don't know, maybe an up-and-coming center for the Utah Jazz.
Oh? Okay. This is news to me, guys, so I'm just as excited. So, keep that in mind. Go follow our pages. Go follow us on Instagram for this giveaway, and maybe we'll make like a giveaway news post or something.
Yep. And maybe we'll do something in UVU too as well. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
We're cooking here a little.
We're trying to find out some ways. Anyways, let's jump right into the news because we got some interesting news. We got some NFL rule updates. And so the NFL approved 2 new rule updates and a rule change and declined 1 rule change. And so since the NFL had like their NFL coaches meeting and everything, they were able to sit down and talk about some of the stuff. They're still in the works of trying to ban the tush push, which I think is hilarious. They're trying to ban. I don't think they're going to ban it. But the 2 new rules and then the rule change are both teams will now get possess the ball in overtime during the regular season. The overtime period is going to be 10 minutes. And so instead of it being first to score, it's in 10 minutes, whoever wins. We'll get more info as the season gets closer, but at the moment, that's the rule change for that. We're no longer getting whoever scores a touchdown wins overtime.
I like it.
I think this one will help out a ton. Expanded replay assistance has been approved only to pick up flags, not to put them down. So if this one will be funny. Like if Patrick Mahomes flops out of bounds and the refs throw a roughing the passer call,
Right.
they're able to use replay assistance to see, okay, did the player actually push him out of bounds or did Patrick Mahomes like flop out of bounds?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good system that they're providing now so that things like this can be prevented. So it just helps the flow of the game. I like it.
And then the last one is a rule change. So the NFL is also changing the kickoff rule. Touchbacks on kickoffs now will be brought up to the 35-yard line.
Oh.
So the landing zone for touchback is now all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Huh. Do you feel like kickers will purposely try to hit it not into the end zone now? Or do you feel like they're just going to boot it into the end zone every single time?
I think it will kind of stay the same because we saw a lot last season. Like a lot of kickers weren't like kicking out of like the back of the end zone. It was more them trying to just kick it into that zone, that landing zone. But I don't know. I'm interested to see how this will play out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, because 35-yard line, to me, that seems just like a better chance for every team to score. Like 10 yards is a huge difference.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this will play out because, again, I think they're trying to put more emphasis on special teams, being like, oh, we want players to have more fun on special teams, all this stuff. But I don't know. It'll be definitely interesting. And then
Yeah.
the one rule that was declined was the Lions' proposal to eliminate the automatic first down on defensive holding and illegal contact penalties, which I thought was a little interesting because everywhere has that. College, CFL, all that. If it's defensive holding or illegal contact on the defense, it's always been a first down. And
Right.
so, but the rule is going to stay the same. It is going to be an automatic first down on defensive holding and illegal contact. And I just think it was funny that the Lions are the ones trying to change this rule.
Yeah. I mean, I get why they want to do that, because it would give less of a burden to defenses across the league, like messing up, right? Like, oh crap, there goes another first down, but I just gave up, right? I get the point, but also that just shows you how on top of they need to be in order to not get those penalties, because they have to just play really sound defense without causing those penalties to come up, because as you said, it's all across the leagues. So if you mess up, it's a
You're
first
going
down.
to be caught for it.
Yep.
And those are our main rule changes. I don't think there's really going to be anything else. Again, I mentioned the tush push earlier. I don't think it's going to get banned, to be completely honest. Just because one team is really good at it doesn't mean everywhere else is going that it should just be a banned rule.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of player transactions. The Patriots are trading all-star quarterback Joe Milton III and a 2025 7th-round pick to the Dallas Cowboys for a 2025 5th-round pick. And the reason why I say
Ooh.
all-star is because the one game he had against the Bills' third stringers. And everyone at that point, I just remember after that game, everyone was talking about, like, oh, Joe Milton might actually be, like, a franchise quarterback. And it's just funny, him being traded to Dallas. Because I want to bring up this funny stat. Dallas has yet to draft a quarterback in the first round since Troy Aikman.
Whoa. That's
Every
years
quarterback
ago.
they've had has either been undrafted or a late round pick.
Wow. That's a crazy stat.
It's interesting because I'm like I actually went back and looked at all their starting quarterbacks. None of them have been a first round pick ever since Troy Aikman retired.
Wow.
I'm just like, dang, okay. That's
Was
crazy.
Prescott a second or third rounder?
Prescott was a 5th rounder, if I'm remembering correctly.
Wow. All right.
And if I'm right, Milton was also a 5th rounder or later. Now you got me curious. He was drafted in. I was wrong. He was drafted in the 6th round.
Oh, even farther along.
And further down the ladder. But I'm excited to see how this will be. I think Jerry Jones is kind of getting sick and tired of Dak Prescott, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna bring this guy in who can chuck a ball 90 yards downfield. Might as well see what we can do.
Might as well, yeah. See what's up.
And then as well, another transaction that happened is 5th-year options are coming up for, if I'm right, this is the 2022 NFL draft class. And so the first one has already been picked up. The Jaguars are picking up defensive end Trayvon Walker's 5th-year option. And I think if you told this to someone like maybe 2-3 years ago, they would have laughed right in your face because Trayvon Walker looked like a bust his first 2 years in the NFL. But 5th-year option is getting picked up. And for the viewers, if you don't know what a 5th-year option is, a 5th-year option is when a team drafts a player in the first round, they sign them to a 4-year contract, but the contract has an option for the team to pick up a 5th year on their contract, meaning they get one more year of the player to try to work out a long-term contract with them.
Yes. We see that in the NBA a lot as well, with team options or player options as well, where the player decides whether or not to accept a year or 2-year extension or however long it is. So, great way to let them know, Raef.
Yeah. This one made me laugh. We got another basketball player coming into the NFL. The Panthers are signing former Coastal Carolina basketball player Colin Granger as a tight end.
Colin Granger, nice.
I'm like,
Let's go.
dang, we might be getting another Antonio Gates, maybe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, he's never played football before. He's coming straight from basketball.
How do you feel about
funny...
this?
Hmm?
How do you feel about this as a Panthers fan?
I'm not angry, but I'm excited. I'm excited because he's definitely going to be like one of those players. Like we're going to be testing this entire NFL offseason, seeing how he does. If I'm right, the dude is like 7 foot though, and putting him at tight end, I was like, that dude's going to be tall against them. Because like I usually tight ends are like 6'5", 6'7". Now this dude's like 7 foot if I'm right.
Jeez, big boy.
Sorry, 6'8". He's 6'8". I'm like, dang, that's a big man right there playing tight end.
Yeah, that's LeBron's height.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he does in training camp and how well he works. I think he could possibly make the team on the practice squad, but if he comes out and looks like Antonio Gates, I'll take it. That's a win for us.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. And then we got 2 retiring, sadly. One of them a little bit more popular than the other. This one kind of snuck under the radar. The big one is Julio Jones has announced his retirement from the NFL. And as a Carolina Panthers fan, I've had a love-hate relationship with Julio Jones, but I will admit this, Julio Jones, in my opinion, is probably one of the top 5 best wide receivers in all time.
Okay. That's acceptable. It's respectable as well.
Yeah, because like you look at the time span from like since he entered the league to like probably like 2019, like Julio Jones was top 5 wide receiver, not even top 5, like top 3 wide receiver during that span. Like he was like one of the most consistent wide receivers until I think it was like 2020 or 2019 when he actually it was 2020 when he pulled his hamstring, and then he just was never the same anymore.
Yeah.
But Julio Jones had a heck of a career. Sadly, never won a Super Bowl. He got close to, but then 28-3 happened. Played for the Falcons, the Titans, the Buccaneers, and then the Eagles to finish out his career.
It's so funny that we can just say 28-3 happened and everyone knows what we're talking about.
It's just because it's so iconic. It's just so iconic that everyone knows when you say the words 28-3, everyone immediately thinks Atlanta, New England.
Yep. That's crazy, though. If anyone could do it, it would be Tom Brady and the Patriots, though, to come back from a 28-3 deficit. Like, to just think about that. That's still crazy to this day. To this day!
To this day! But I think it's funny, just especially to like how people will be like, oh, if the Patriots can do it, we can too. AKA the Chiefs being like trying to create their edits on the sideline. Just be like, hey, the Chiefs came back from 28-3. We can definitely come back from 27-0. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Try again.
That team was way different than what your team was. Kansas City, I'm sorry. But the other retiring that happened was the Dolphins All-Pro left tackle Terrion Armstead retires after 12 NFL seasons. And if I'm the Dolphins, your biggest weakness is getting even weaker. You just lost your All-Pro left tackle, and now Tua better be looking like the freaking juggernaut, wearing all that head protection. Because, dude, if they don't get someone in the draft to like beef up that offensive line, Tua's going to be out of this league in 2 years.
Especially that blind side.
Well, they technically have his blind side protected because since he's a left-handed quarterback, they have a somewhat decent.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I'm a casual. Holy crap! I was just thinking everyone was right-handed, so I'm like, oh, left tackle, blind side. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh, I'm a casual.
It's okay. That's why I'm here.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. How did I not realize that?
Like, if I'm remembering correctly, we have 2 left-handed quarterbacks in this league right now. We have Tua, and then we have Michael Penix.
Those lefties, man.
They're somehow making a comeback, but...
That's funny.
Chat, clip that.
Yeah, that's going to go on Instagram.
We'll see. I'll think about it.
Good.
We'll think about it. We
I don't
might
want to
just
get
save that
clowned.
clip just for us.
I don't want to get clowned again.
But yeah, that's the sad thing. It's just like especially because there's these pictures of Tua like wearing like juggernaut looking like headgear and everything. Like
Full
he would
armor,
probably be
like in
wearing
Minecraft or something.
Minecraft.
Chicken jockey.
We're gonna talk about that in a second. I just want to finish
Flint
the
and
thought.
steel.
We're gonna talk about that. But honestly, if the Dolphins do not spend a good amount of time and money into that offensive line, he's gonna be out of this league in 2 years because he's gonna get concussed again.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs that offensive line protection bad.
He needs that enchanted diamond armor.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now we can talk about this. Okay, so a little side note. Chad, my cousin Hunter, and then Chad's wife Amanda on Tuesday went and saw the Minecraft movie, and holy crap.
What an experience.
It is an experience. Luckily for us, like, it wasn't like super bad where like people were like pulling the fire alarms and stuff and like giving like speeches before the movie starts. Like, it was pretty normal. However, until Chicken Jockey happened.
Yeah, chicken jockey happened and streamers were thrown, popcorn was everywhere. I'm pretty sure I saw some drinks thrown too. But like, yeah, that was a fun moment. I'm glad that we got back row seats. Shout out Rafe for that.
Yeah, no, because I saw all the memes. I saw all the videos of like people like launching drinks, popcorn, all that stuff. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not getting a drink dunked on me. We are sitting in the back corner.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
It was even funnier.
I did see. Did you see the manager going around at the end too?
So the manager of the Megaplex we were at was like talking to people, like trying to figure out like who was throwing stuff. Because like again, streamers were thrown. I don't think you're supposed to have streamers in the theater. It wasn't just like the normal one. It was like the rolled up ones, and so they're launching those. And we're pretty sure a couple people got hit. And then as well, a couple people got soda drenched on them.
Yeah.
And then it was even funnier because when we were walking out of the theater, there's just this whole group of looking like high school, college students just all standing around. And the manager's talking to one of them. And I'm just like, you guys were definitely the people that were throwing this stuff, weren't you?
Yeah. They got caught. I mean, they have cameras in every single theater, so it makes sense.
But other than that whole experience, the movie was actually pretty good in my opinion. I genuinely enjoyed it. There were a couple of funny lines where I thought was funny that actually wasn't the brain rot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie. As a guy that really didn't play Minecraft growing up, I was entertained. So, I enjoyed it.
Yep. Jack Black and Jason Momoa, in my opinion, definitely carried that movie.
Oh, 100%.
That bromance right there definitely carried the whole entire
It was a very
movie.
good bromance.
But that's our little side piece for today, talking about the Minecraft movie. And just to finish up, we got a little bit of NFL draft news. The NFL draft is in 2 weeks from today. And so our episode will be on the day of the NFL draft next week in 2 weeks. So
Rafe is already stressing about it.
We might be doing another mock draft.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Chad's face. Chad's just over here, just like straight face, just yay.
Like, yeah, just kidding. No, they're fun.
But a little bit of news with that. The Jets announced that they're doing a running back by committee approach.
Oh.
And so the Jets could be trading Breece Hall during the NFL draft. That's the name of a player that could be you keep your eyes on a little bit because there are some teams that could be looking for a veteran, experienced running back.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind, Rafe.
Yep. But to finish it off, the NFL draft is on April 24th, 2025 through April 26th. So it's a Thursday through Saturday. And the first round happens on the 24th. Second and third happen on Friday. And then the rest of the rounds, 4 through 7, happen on the 26th. So. And cool. Really, that's all the NFL news we have for this week.
Alrighty. You know what time it is?
It's time for NBA insider Chad Lewis.
Yeah, some NBA news for you, and we have quite a bit of news actually. I think we want to start off with the Denver Nuggets. Okay, Rafe. So what happened 2 years ago? Who won the NBA Finals?
The good old Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets won the NBA Finals 2 years ago. Nikola Jokic is basically averaging a triple-double at this point. He's breaking records. He's having insane 40-point triple-double games, right?
Deserved that MVP.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's been the best player in the league, honestly, for the last 4 years. And as a LeBron guy, it's hard to admit, but he has been the best player in the NBA for the last 4 years. And what do? They fired their head coach. They fired Michael Malone and just cleared house with their general manager, Calvin Booth, as well.
I think the crazy part about this is they were on like a 4-game losing skid, but out of nowhere, like, why?
Yeah, this has got to be up there for one of the most confusing head coach fires of all time, in my opinion. It doesn't matter what sport. Like, the Nuggets just won 2 years ago. Michael Malone is a good coach. He keeps his players accountable. So my theory is this. Some players were not buying into him, and so all the players got together and probably talked to the president of Denver Nuggets and was like, yo, get him out of here. Which is sad, because Michael Malone's a legit coach. And they got rid of their GM, Calvin Booth. May I remind you that, like, Calvin Booth has been responsible for the finals team? That was his technically team constructed, right? Because he was the GM at the time. So he plays to an effect of getting contracts, trades, right? Acquisitions. I don't understand this, Rafe. And I'm a Lakers guy. I freaking hate the Nuggets, bro. They've been in my nightmares for the last couple years. Freaking, oh my gosh, Jamal Murray hitting game winners over Anthony Davis for the last 3 years. I can't. But the fact that they fired Michael Malone just does not make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's something definitely happened behind closed doors. We're definitely missing like a lot of information on why these two were fired. Whether it's just like the president wanted to go in a different direction, but Michael Malone and Calvin Booth were wanting to go in one direction. I don't know. It's one of those things that it's just like, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. And maybe we'll never know. Maybe we will. But I did see a clip of Jokic actually last night, basically in the team huddle being the head coach. He had the clipboard and was telling all the players what to do. Like, bro is now doing overtime at his job because he just treats NBA like it's a job. It's so funny. So now he's working overtime.
It's kind of like the GM memes that were going on for a while with how like LeBron's secretly the GM for every team.
That's basically Jokic now.
Jokic's GM. Also, I do want to point this out. Jokic kind of as the coach is 1-0 because last night they did beat the Kings.
Yeah. Let's see the Jokic as head coach era. Let's see it. At least for the rest of this season. So they're 1-0 as of recording. So undefeated. That's a pretty good start, I would say.
Yep. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a really interesting thing to just fire your head coach and your GM like 2 games before the end of the season.
Yeah, 2 games before the end of the season, and then 2 years after you just won. Yeah. Whatever. All right, so we're going to do some NBA... What?
Didn't the Lakers do that, actually? Now that I'm like actually thinking about it.
We don't want to talk about that. That's different.
It's different. Okay.
Yeah, it's different. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking crazy, Rafe. Stick to football, you casual.
Okay. Oh, you casual.
Stick to your Panthers, man. Stick to what you know.
That was going on. Okay. Anyways, NBA standings.
Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to go over the standings update. So yeah, as of recording, there is basically 2 to 3 games left, depending on the team, of the regular season. So most playoff spots, as well as play-in spots, are a lock, as well as those that have been eliminated. So let me just go over who's in, who's out for each of the conferences. In the East, we'll start at number 1 all the way down to the 15th seed, okay? Cavaliers, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, and Pistons.
Let's
Those
go.
are your top 6. There's your top 6. Pistons, get this, Rafe. Pistons have clinched playoff berth for the first time since 2019. 6 years. 6 years. You know who's on that 2019 team?
Blake Griffin.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was straight up
Dude.
guessing on that one.
Okay. Maybe you're not so much of a casual. That was pretty good.
Like, I knew he was on that. He was on the Pistons. I just didn't know for how long he was on there.
That was a good poll. I like it.
I could do that once in a while.
That was good. So yeah, those are your top 6, and all those are locks for the playoffs. Play-in teams: Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, Miami. Those are your 7 through 10 play-in seeds.
Okay.
And then Toronto, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Charlotte, and the Washington Wizards are eliminated from the playoffs as well as the play-in.
I will just mention this. How the heck are the Heat still in the playoffs? I don't understand this.
2 things. Ready? 2 things. Eric Spoelstra is a legit coach. And the Heat are still good even without Jimmy Butler.
That's true.
Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, they can hold it down. They're a decent team.
Don't forget about Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Forgot about Andrew Wiggins. My bad. This isn't 2018 anymore, but we like Andrew Wiggins. All right. Out in the West, okay? The West is a little more interesting, okay? Only the top 3 as of recording are locks. Thunder, Rockets, and Lakers are a lock for the playoffs. Now, 4 through 8, okay? So the top 6, right, are in the playoffs. But 4 through 8 are still fighting for those top, I guess, last 3 spots for the playoffs.
The locks, while the last couple ones are fighting for the play-in.
Yes. So 4 through 8, we'll go 4 through 8. Nuggets, Clippers, Memphis, Golden State, Minnesota. And with the last 2 or 3 games rest of the season, the 4 through 8 seed, only a game and a half separates them. So they could all jump around in the next couple games. So we don't know who's going to be a playoff lock or a play-in team until basically the season's over, which is crazy.
That is true. Because I remember looking at the standings last night before like all the games happened. Like last night it was, wow, my brain really wants to work. Like 1 through 3 was still the same with OKC, Houston, and the Lakers. But then it went Denver, Clippers, and then Golden State. But since Golden State lost last night on a game winner against the Spurs, they dropped
and
right below.
Who hit the game winner on them?
I can't remember his name.
Their former player, Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes hit a freaking game winner on the Golden State Warriors.
Oh my gosh.
All the comments were like, there goes Harrison Barnes making sure the Warriors lose yet again.
Oh my gosh. That's actually kind of funny.
So yeah, what's crazy, is we won't know the standings until the season literally ends. And maybe we'll make a post or something on our story of the final standings, the playoff picture of the playoff and the play-in teams. So, and then the last 2 teams that are in the play-in, that have locked the play-in, the Kings and the Mavericks. Kings and Mavericks are a lock for the play-in. And who has been eliminated? The Suns, the Blazers, the Spurs, the Pelicans, and lo and behold, the Utah Jazz in last place.
All I want to say right now is Luka freaking called it on the Phoenix Suns. Like right as he had gotten traded, he was like trash talking KD. He's like, "Hey, you're not making the playoffs." Like Luka straight up called it, saying you guys aren't going to make the playoffs. Somehow his former team has a better record than the Phoenix Suns.
With no Kyrie Irving and an injured Anthony Davis, but he played. He's been playing. So, 4 points at halftime is great for Anthony Davis. So have fun with that, the Mavericks fans. Dude, the game. Oh my gosh, we're gonna talk about that right now. Luka Doncic returned to Dallas last night. Oh my gosh.
We should have gotten tickets. We should have gone.
Yeah, $450 for the highest seat freaking tickets. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I'll watch it comfortably from my house at that point. 45 points. Luka dropped 45. And before the game even started, they did like a tribute video, and Luka was crying, and JJ Redick after the game was like, for him to go out there and drop 45 on their head, even after being emotional pregame, that's like demon time hours. Like dude was ready to go. He had 31 at halftime. People were like, no way Luka dropped 60 on the freaking Mavericks, but he did get 45.
That would have been hilarious.
He did get 45 though, which is still very impressive.
My one question is, didn't AD get hurt again during this game?
He got slapped in the face by LeBron, which is kind of funny, but he's okay.
He's slap.
Okay. Yeah. Le slap from LeBron. But yeah, it was a good game. Whenever the Mavericks shot free throws, the whole freaking stadium was saying, "Fire Nico." Yeah, it was bad. And then I saw this too when I was listening to the game. The Mavericks announcer or whatever was like, "Get loud, defense!" Right? They would do that chant, and they would all go offense for Luka. And then he got on the mic and was like, "No, defense!" It was the funniest thing ever. I've never seen that in the history of an announcer being like, "No, defense." It was the funniest thing ever to see. Even the announcer was losing the crowd. And, oh my gosh. That's when you know you messed up as an organization, right?
You might have set back the organization a couple years, but...
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was a good game. Glad the Lakers won in route. BTA. You can look up the abbreviation for BTA. My brother JJ taught me it. So, belt to... So, yeah, there's a little plug for you.
Also,
anyway, it was a good game.
With that, I saw a clip as well of anytime Luka was shooting free throws, people were over here chanting MVP for Luka.
Yeah, Mavericks fans cheering for Luka still. I mean, it's... Yeah, no love lost between Luka and Mavericks fans. It's all love lost towards Nico Harrison.
Fire Nico.
Fire Nico. That's what's been
Nico
going around.
If Nico somehow still has a job by the end of the season, like after
he will.
playing...
Oh, he will. You know why?
Because they're in the play-in?
Because they're play-in team. Because he's like, you know what? Still got him to play-in. Kyrie's hurt. Give me a full season. Give me a chance. I can see it. He's not out yet.
We'll see.
Now, if next season's season turns into a show, then yes. Yes, then I would make sure Nico's out of there.
Luka and AD. That I still can't believe to this day that trade happened. I think I just think there's no way like the NBA did not intervene at all. But like how did Adam Silver like see this and like yeah, I'll let this happen. Like you think
Adam Silver just doesn't give a crap anymore. He doesn't. He lets everything slide. I'm gonna go off on Adam Silver real quick. Okay, you ready?
You ready? Let's hear it.
The NBA, since he's became the commissioner, to me has been a failure. The All-Star Game format is just getting worse and worse. He can't figure that whole weekend out. The dunk contest has become a joke. A 3-point contest is not entertaining as it once was because they try to do all these weird new things. It's not simple anymore, right? Your best players aren't wanting to come to All-Star game or the All-Star weekend. Your best dunkers aren't there. Your best three-point shooters aren't there. Your best All-Stars don't even play, right? LeBron sat out. The viewership has gone down for basically the last 6 years. I think Adam Silva needs to either step it up or needs to step down, so to speak, because what's going on right now in the NBA is not working, and they need to bring back a more defensive presence. What makes games entertaining? They're fun and low scoring. The days of high scoring games and watching 23-pointers go in by the Celtics every freaking night are over. The Celtics just broke the record for like 3-point attempts this year.
Whoa,
they just jack up threes. They just jack up threes the whole freaking game, the whole season. And it's not entertaining. Like, sure, they're a good team, but no one wants to just tune into basketball and see the Celtics just shoot threes all game long. And the meme and joke that's going around right now is SGA at the free throw line, right? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at the free throw line. Like, oh, just turn on the TV and SGA's at the free throw line. What are the odds? Like, people joking about that. Like, Adam Silva needs to do something. And what that something is, I think it's a more defensive presence. There needs to be a more higher emphasis on defensive players and the defensive league.
Yeah. And as well, I feel like they also need to do like reviews for those type of calls. Because like I was watching clips of like the OKC and Lakers game, the second game.
Yeah, the Austin Reeves foul.
The one foul, Reeves never touched him.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching this. I was like, okay, they need to replay that. They need to watch that because Reeves never touches SGA. He never touches him.
No.
I don't know. I do agree. I feel like with him getting at the free throw line is just unacceptable. And then Luka getting ejected during that game was freaking stupid.
Yeah, and did you see that they actually rescinded that technical foul? They got rid of it. They're like, oh, whoops, sorry, that was actually our fault. So they freaking admitted, like, that's good. That's good. They're admitting fault. But it cost us the game. All momentum went to OKC at that point. It was a close game. That shot Luka made gave the Lakers the lead in the fourth quarter and then got kicked out. And then we lost by like 15 or whatever. I don't remember. So hindsight, it doesn't matter because we're still the third seed. But it's still the Thunder, right? Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. League needs help.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it gets during the NFL or NBA postseason.
Casual.
Again. I love how this episode
Bro's
is
got
just the
NFL
casual.
on his mind.
I love how this episode is just the casual, calling each other casuals.
I love it. I love it.
Well, honestly, it's more Chad just calling himself and me casuals.
Yeah, I'm calling everyone out, including myself.
But I don't know. I feel like during the NBA like playoffs, I feel like they're more letting them play.
Yes,
so
which is good.
I'm interested to see how many times SGA actually gets to the line.
I mean, it's just like James Harden. James Harden in the NBA season is one of the best players I've ever seen. But when it comes to the playoffs, crash lands every single time in the playoffs. There's two things you can count on in this world. One, you can count on God. And two, you can count on James Harden failing every single NBA playoffs. Those are the two things you can count on in this world. That's it. God and James Harden failing in the playoffs.
Clip that. We're clipping. That right there is getting posted on Instagram.
That's it. Those are the only two things you can count on in this world. That's it. Name me one playoffs where Harden's exceeded expectations.
I don't think I can.
Exactly. You can't. The
Because
closest
I'm a
they
casual.
were. Because the closest they were, they had a 3-2 lead on the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Western Conference Finals, and he choked. As well as the team. But they choked.
I was like, wouldn't they have won that series if Paul George maybe stayed healthy?
Paul George was never on the Rockets. Casual.
Oh, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, there you go. Yes,
Again,
Chris
casual.
Paul. They probably would have won, but guess what? They still missed like 20-something threes in that Game 7 game, and they lost to the Warriors. Harden was a big factor of that, so I would love to be proven wrong, but James Harden, when it comes to playoff time, disappears. And I know there's some diehard James Harden fans out there, and I'm sorry. It just never works out for you guys in the playoffs. So have fun with that with the Clippers first round, whoever you face. It might be the Nuggets, might be the Grizzlies, might be the Warriors, whoever it is. Have fun.
Have fun. Watch this. Watch
Have
the Clippers now go off. Now, like, go and
Dude,
win the NBA
I would
Finals.
love it. Dude, nothing more would make me happy than a Lakers versus Clippers Western Conference Finals matchup. Battle of LA. Get me down to South Beach and see Miami and Lakers play. I love that.
All I'm going to say is OKC, KFC, Lakers in 5.
Oh, close. I love it. I love it. I love the enthusiasm.
The effort was there. I'll give them that. Effort was there.
Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka, Lakers in 5. OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. Steph Curry, Oreo McFlurry, hitting that dish with the Steph Curry, Lakers in 5.
I love how that's a meme now. That's great.
My boy Raef got us safe. It's okay because he's...
I don't know. There's not much that rhymes with
Gotta
Rafe.
come up with Rafe. What rhymes with Rafe?
Nothing really safe. Dave? Leif? I'm literally just...
Okay, we're gonna work on that. But Cooper Flagg, is he gonna return to Duke or is he gonna get drafted?
That's a real question. I think it really comes down to whoever has that first overall pick.
I think he's gonna declare. He's too big of an athlete to go back to college.
Again, I think I want him to declare. I especially want the Jazz to get the first overall pick so we can get him. But if I feel like a team like Washington or Charlotte gets the first overall pick, or even New Orleans, I might be considering going back to college.
Yeah, I don't know when the whole timeline deadline thing is for all that. I don't know if he has to declare before the draft lottery or whenever that is, but I think Cooper Flagg is going to commit. He's clearly the number one pick, even though he kind of choked in, I guess, the Final Four, but he's still the best athlete in college right now.
You're not wrong on that one. But speaking of college basketball, we have our champion, the Florida Gators, hang on and defeat the Houston Cougars 65-63. And Chad had a little win. Let's hear about it.
Go Gators. Yeah, I had Florida. I actually had the matchup in my bracket. I actually had Florida versus Houston, and I had the champion right. This is the first time in 22 years on this earth that I've gotten this right.
22. We're gonna have to wait a whole another 22 years for this to happen again, ladies and gentlemen. Write this down. Write this down.
Write this down right now. Just kidding. But yeah, I was shocked to get it right because I was just like, you know what? Florida seems good this year. I know they got that one guard that's really good, but yeah, we'll go with it. And I was right. And I won my family's bracket group. It was fun. Glad I got that $20. Shout out Mom for that. $20 to my name. That's why we can give you guys this opportunity to listen to our podcast for those $20 spent. Well spent.
I'm tempted to ask what you spent that $20 on, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I actually haven't even gotten the $20 yet, so.
Come on, Mom.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. $20 is $20.
Where's my money? Where's my mother flipping money?
Where's my money at? Nah, it's $20. I'm okay with it. But yeah,
Actually.
thoughts on the championship?
I thought it was a good game, in all honest opinion. I am a little sad that Houston lost. I kind of wanted Houston to win.
I don't.
But
Clearly.
but I think it was funny. It was on the wire until the end of the game. I actually called that because the last couple seconds, I actually called out the Florida player who was shooting the free throws was actually going to miss one of them. You can ask my dad about that. We were both in his room watching the game, and I called.
He is your witness.
He's my witness. But the up down at the final second, I was pretty sad about.
How does that splendor happen at the very end of the game? Because bro was about to block that, so he had to just chuck it to the side, and then no one came and got the ball. So it just ended in such a bad way for Houston. But I'm glad Houston lost because they're in the Big 12. Who else is in the Big 12? BYU, so I'm just glad it wasn't the Big 12 champion. So,
but instead SEC.
Whoa, SEC. Whoa. Yeah. I'm glad I got the matchup right. My buddy Caden beat me by 30 points still in the fantasy app, so I let him hear it for me.
But hey, in the end, Chad actually won some money, and all I gotta say is this:
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
As well as the women's bracket, UConn won. Paige Beckers is a champion. Hallelujah. I like Paige Beckers a lot. I think she's gonna be pretty decent in the WNBA. I don't think she'll have the crazy hot start like Caitlin Clark did, but she can definitely develop into a good star player for the WNBA.
Is she going to be better than Angel Reese?
Oh, bro was quiet about that one. In terms of basketball play, who is the better basketball player? Paige Beckers. Angel Reese is just tall. She's a double-double machine.
Because of all the misses she has.
Yeah, 10 offensive rebounds and 10 points. Getting her own rebounds.
10 missed shots, 1 made point.
Hey, but it works.
Get
your bag. Get your bag
gets the
however you
stats.
can. Yeah, the McDonald's memes were so funny. It's like, I just got the Angel Reese meal. I can't get it in my mouth. I keep missing.
Oh my gosh. But
yeah, shout out UConn. The UConn head coach, he's been there since I think the 90s, so he has I think 12 or 13 championships now. So he's pretty legit. He's going to go down as one of, if not the greatest women's basketball coach of all time. Yeah. Yeah, you keep your mouth shut over there, casual. All right, NHL. The Utah Hockey Club has been officially eliminated from playoff contention, which is sad. It's their first season, their inaugural season, but that's okay. Playoffs start April 20th, my birthday, Easter Sunday for the National Hockey League. So if you're following a certain team or anything, keep that in mind. Easter Sunday will be a great way to start off your team's playoff chances, playoff percentages. Keep that all in mind. Stay tuned.
And it's Chad's birthday.
It is my birthday. Yep, 420. Keep that in mind. I want a big happy birthday on our post. Bro gave a thumbs up and it did the little thing on the screen. That's funny.
Yeah, we're still figuring out how all this works because we've done some weird before we start the episode and everything. We've done some funny things where we do like a thumbs up and stuff appears. Oh, there it is for me again. It works for me, but it won't work for Chad. It's kind of funny
because I think he's the host.
Probably. But that's all the info, all the stuff we got for you guys today.
Yeah,
and
pretty fun episode, I would say.
A lot of funny moments.
Casualness, NBA, NFL, NCAA, men's and women's. We don't discriminate here. And the NHL.
I'm going to get canceled for that one.
Angel Reese.
But thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys have a wonderful week. And again, make sure you like and follow. Make sure to help us get to 100 followers. And stay tuned. We might be doing that giveaway sometime soon.
Walker Kessler basketball.
We'll see. But thanks again. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and see you guys next time.
Go Raiders.
This has been the Chad and Raef Podcast.